Hello. It's a beautiful day that the Lord has made that we should rejoice. Thank you for tuning in. Today, what I'm going to talk about, I don't even have what to call it. But mainly what I'm talking about is that we need the men back. We need our men back. Do we still have the men that truly are the glory of God? Because the Bible, in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 7, let's read it very fast. It says, "For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, since he is the image and glory of God. But the woman is the glory of the man." The Bible says that the glory of God is man, and the glory of the man is the woman. Do most men today reflect God? Do your fathers, do your brothers, do our brothers, our fathers, our mates, do they reflect the glory of God? Men have become irresponsible, distracted, with so much low self-esteem. What happened to the kings that God created? The kings have died in our men, because the kings conquer. If you are a man, you reign as a king. If you can't reign as a king, then you will be a coward. You are either going to reign as a king or you're going to reign as a coward. We can still read 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse chapter 11, verse 3. Let me just, but I want you to know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. So the Bible is telling us that the head of every man, is Christ, and the head of every woman is man. Are you sure the men that we have today, the men that are coming up, that are growing up today, are really heads of, the heads of women, or the women have become the heads of the men? So it's a big thing. It's bad, because once the men are dying in the society, what's going to happen is we are going to have a dead society. That's the truth, because the women, naturally, God created the men to reign. If you are a man and you're not reigning, it's your time. Can you rise and reign as a king, as the king that you are meant to be? The mothers, they are belittling their sons. You find a mother is always saying, this one is a failure, this one is like this. You're ruining his life. You're ruining the king that is in that boy. The girlfriends, the fiancés, stop belittling these boys, these guys that you're dating. It's not good. Help them realize that there is something within them that needs to come out. Talk to them positive words, encourage them, strengthen them. Don't beat them down with your words. Don't tell them words that will break them the more. The fathers are not nurturing their sons to grow as kings, to grow as men. They are leaving their boys to remain boys. Nurture the boys to become men. Teach them how to become a man. You find a father is growing with a son, and the son stays home all day. Maybe he has come for holidays and is just home the whole day, and the father goes to the business. He stays there the whole day, or goes to work, and he comes back. He's not bothered how the boy has been. How teach him what being a man really is like. Teach him that when you are a man, this is what happens. You're supposed to be like this. You're supposed to do this. This is what the society expects. This is what God expects of you as a man. We are missing the men. We are losing the men of today. There are very few men who are still kings. Most of the men today have fallen down from their positions. Can we please go back to our positions? Wives, stop beating the world, your husbands more. The world has beaten them enough outside. When they come back home, then you add more. You're adding salt to the injury. That's bad. Can we try encourage them? Can we try to appreciate their efforts? Most men today, you will talk to them, they will tell you, number one, we feel women don't value us. They don't appreciate us. They don't need us. We are not even important. They don't respect us. It's like we are their mates. For the sake of God, if you are a woman, anywhere you go, just respect the man, any man that is close to you, whether he's related to you or not, whether he's who. Just respect him for the mere fact that he is a man, that God made him a man. Every man is important, and every man deserves respect, irrespective of his mistakes. He's a human being. He's bound to make mistakes. He's bound to cry. He's bound to fail here and there. But he deserves respect because he's a man. So as a man, what you decide, what have you decided? You can decide to be a king. It's not too late. You can decide to be a king and stop being a coward. Stop running away from your responsibilities. Where are the men that used to protect their families? The men that would die for their families? The men that were raising their daughters? The men who were protecting their wives? The men that loved their wives? The Bible says that the man should love his wife as Christ loves the church. So if men today are not, they don't even love their women, they are ready to give them to anyone at any time. Some men don't even care about their wives, whether she's fine or she's not. It's not their business. They are running away from responsibilities. If the fathers are dying away, if the men are dying away, I can assure you that the world is going to remain so miserable. Men, arise, take your positions. We need you. The world needs you. And society today is also beating the men up. You go to the office and maybe they are doing an interview, a job interview, and the best thing that they do is they favor the ladies. Please, if the job is on merit, give it to whoever deserves it. Give to the person who deserves the job, whether it's a male or a female. By the mere fact that you're denying these men the jobs, you're denying them their duties. You're denying them the responsibility of providing for themselves, for their family. You're denying them, you're lowering their self-esteem. They start to look at their self-worth as not much. Encourage the men, support them. Why some of the men are committing crimes today is because they don't see value. They want the attention, but they don't know how to get it. So some resort to doing crime to get the attention, to be seen as a man. Every man is born a king, but life and the people around them either mold them into a king of honor or a coward. Let us try. 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7 says, likewise, husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor to the wife as a weaker vessel, so that your prayers are not hindered. How can men who are supposed to protect the weaker vessel be the ones abusing them? How can men that are supposed to love the women be the ones who are destroying the women? How can men who are supposed to love the women be the ones killing the women? Please, men, can you rise? You're still kings. We respect you, we honor you. The world may not see it. People may not see, some people around you may not see it, but let me tell you, it's up to you to bring out the king in you. Bring out the king. We want the king. The world is yearning to see the king again. That is in you. Can you bring it out? Bring the integrity out. Protect your people, protect your sisters, protect your mothers. Fight for them. Fight for what is right for them. How many men just to watch while the rights of the people they are supposed to protect are being abused? They sit and watch. Or they are part of the people who are participating in abusing the rights of those. Can you rise? God is saying, rise. Go back to your positions, the kings that you are. The queens are not queens anymore because the kings are not there. There is no queen without a king. The Bible says that women are weaker vessels. Men, do you want to become weaker than the women? Sorry. Do you want to be seen? Do you want to be... How do you even look at the people that are placed under you? God trusted you and trusted you with the lives of the women, of the children, of the things in the world. And you're destroying, you're not bothered, you're not concerned for them. Wake up. Show your glory. It's there. It's within you. It's just up to you to bring it out. You are really wonderful. You see the Superman we watch on TV, you are really Superman. Not in that context. But you are Superman because you sacrifice a lot. You do much. We value you. We appreciate. But we want to see the men out of you. We want to see the king come out. We want to see you say, I have to stand up for the people who are supposed to, whom I'm taking care of. We want to see you. We want to see you fight for the world. You cannot be letting women and the children be the ones fighting. They are important. They can fight, yes, but they cannot fight as much as you can. By the time that God created a man, he knew that it's a man who can fight for the world. A man who can protect, who can provide. Fathers today are not even concerned. Some of the fathers don't even know whether their children are going to school, who is paying the fees. Can you arise, take your positions? If you don't take your positions, you're destroying the world. You're destroying the nature. And those men who abuse small children, you abuse your own children, you are sleeping with them, you're molesting them, you're raping them. What do you think? Are you sure you are the glory of God? Can you see it where people are and you say, I am the glory of God? The Bible says I'm the glory of God. Stop what you're doing. Open your eyes and start to think like a king. Start to reign. Your kingdom cannot develop if you cannot reign as a king. If you leave the women to reign, what's going to happen is we are going to have Jezebels. We are going to have women who are going to use that power. They are going to misuse the power. They are going to use it for their own advantage. Can you please rise and take your positions? The world is dying. The generations are dying because the men are nowhere to be seen. The men have become weak. They have become so unconcerned with things. They don't bother anymore. Don't let the words of the people discourage you. Let the world know that we still have some kings. And men, I don't know how men do it, but most times men are the same people sometimes that put each other down. You find this man is fighting this one. For example, just look at social media posts and comments. A man will post a picture of himself, and not even one man may say, you look nice, bro. You will get one sarcastic comment and you'll be like, who do you think you are? The women are always saying, beautiful baby, go for it. You look good, girlfriend. Do you know what that, you people will say that those are that women pretend, but let me tell you, even those pretending comments, even those comments that are not genuine, but if they tell you, you look beautiful, you look good, it builds their self-esteem. What's wrong with you telling your brother, man, you're strong, I admire your courage, man, you're hardworking, I need to learn something from you? What is wrong with telling your fellow man like that? Encourage each other. Stop fighting each other over women. Women are not people that you can fight over. You should fight for them, not to fight over women. If you're supposed to reign, you're supposed to take care of the world. God created Adam first so that he could take care of the world. He created Eve not to take care of the world, but to help Adam, so that Adam is not lonely. Now, if you are leaving Eve to be the one to take care of the world, what do you think is going to happen? The word was given to you, and if you don't do it, Eve will go and mess it up, and God is going to come and blame you. Can you rise? Men, can you rise up? We need those men that used to fight for people. We need those men that used to work so hard. We need you people. We need our men back. We don't need boys. We need boys who have grown and they have become men. We need you people to reign with dignity. We need to see you honorable. We need to. And the women, let us try to encourage these men. Encourage him. Talk to him. Tell him the good things about him. Tell him, you know what? I know that this one is really tough. Time is really tough. But I can tell you that if you put your mind to something, you can make it. You are a very hardworking person. You are a very strong man. Tell him good words. Encourage him. Tell him you deserve every good thing. Then you can achieve it. You can achieve much more than you think. Don't tell him now, there is nothing good coming from you. For you. You are just wasted. Finished. You are killing him. When you see your son, he wants to move out. Maybe he wants to go and play football. Allow him to go and play. Your man wants to go and play. Or wants to go and have some time. They like their freedom. Give them their freedom. Those are ways. These days, the women are squeezing the men. They are squeezing the men too much. Allow him to mix with other men. Let him mix with the boys. If he wants to have boys' time, let him mix with them. Respect him. He makes mistakes. He's a human being at the end of the day. He may cry, sometimes he looks weak. But it's your duty to bring out the best in him. Bring out the king in the man. Don't let your king die. If you can praise him, praise him. If you can sing a song for him, sing. If you can dance for him, dance. I can assure you that a man who knows he is valued, who knows he is appreciated, who knows he is respected, who knows he is honored, who knows that whatever he does, people are looking at it with so much honor. He will do anything. He will conquer anything for you people. He will conquer anything for us. Let us try. We want these people to conquer for us. We want them to protect us. We want them to provide for us. We want them to, to love us. So let us make it easier for them. Try and make it easier. Don't again be a bigger burden now. If you can buy him a gift once in a while, do it. It's not a crime. If he's not really if he's not that wealthy, stop looking at him and start comparing him with those ones who are wealthy. A king is not seen by how much he has. The honor of a king is what is at stake all the time. Protect his honor. Protect the honor of your sons. Protect the honor of your brothers. Protect the honor of your bosses. Protect the honor of your husbands. Protect the honor of your boyfriends, of your fiancés. Protect their honor. Build their ego. Build their self-esteem. Tell them words that are good to hear. Words that encourage. Men those days were ready to sacrifice their lives for their families. These days the men run away from their families. What is not happening? Men used to train their children. The men these days don't bother. They leave the children issue to the woman. They are not even bothered. The sons are there with the mother. There are things that the mother cannot teach a son. The father should teach his son. There are things that even a mother cannot teach a daughter. The mother may teach you, but she will not teach you how to respect the man. It is the man who knows the value of the respect to the man. So teach your daughter. Stop sleeping with your daughter. Stop molesting them. Can we have kings again? Can the world rejoice because of the kings that are coming up again? Can you try and stand for the truth? Men used to stand for the truth. They were corrupt ones too, yes. But are you ready to be part of the corrupt kings? Do you really want to be part of the corrupt kings? We need the men back. We need the real men back, the ones that the Bible says. The glory of God, we need to see you people. When we see men who are of value, we want to submit to them. We want to respect them. There is no woman who sees a man of value, a man who honors himself, and fails to respect that man. Unless she's demon possessed. Men are feeling less important. They are feeling less valued. Society is beating them at the jobs. You find that women are given more, are promoted faster because the men are sleeping with them. The bosses sleep with them faster. Stop denying the men jobs. By denying them the jobs, you are killing their families. You are killing them. Once their ego is down, they are not going to be able to fight for their families. Support these men wherever you go. Stop calling them names, dogs, cheats, useless. They are kings. From today, even if he makes a mistake, tell him you are a king. Tell him, mister, you are a king. So if you are making these mistakes, kings make mistakes too. But can you try to polish yourself? I want you to be a better king. Tell your sons like that. Tell them good things. Build the kings up. Let us try. Our heroes are dying. The men don't feel like heroes like those ones used to feel anymore. The man is doing this, he's doing this. Women are making important decisions in their families without consulting the man. Which kind of a king is that one? Just imagine you are a king in a kingdom and one morning you wake up and they tell you the queen has done this without even your knowledge. That is, please, let us respect. That is, it comes back to respect. Respect the men, value their presence. It is not easy. Life is not easy on them. Life is tough on them. Things are tough on their side. But we don't have to make them worse. Let us try. At least try your best. If you can build one, try. One man can do something. If you build one, another one builds one. Before you know it, we have a whole generation of kings coming up again. Please, Men, can you learn? Hustle. If it's hustling, hustle. Take care of your families. Protect the people who are under your care. Provide, even if they can provide for themselves. Provide still. Show them that I want to do it. I want to provide for you people. I want to protect you people. I love and cherish you people. That is what the kings do. They care for their family, for their kingdoms, for their families. They care for the queens. Let us try. We really want our men back. We want those men that used to stand up for people, for the women. The women are dying. The women are now forced to behave like men, to behave like they're robots. They don't have feelings. They don't have. The women are being forced because the kings are not there anymore. Can our kings come back? We want the kings back. We want you people back. We want our men back to the glory of God. We want to look at men and we say God is wonderful. God is a mighty man. We want to see our men and we say God is a mighty warrior. We want to see our men and say God is a mighty provider. Can we try? Men, can we try? Can you try? I'm not a man, sorry. Please try your best. Rise above your mistakes. Rise above your problems. Rise above your weaknesses. You are strong. There is a king within you. It's only you. Can you bring the king out? We want to celebrate you. We want to celebrate the king. Thank you. I hope you pick something. Be blessed. It's Jackie again. Please subscribe and press the notification bell. Thank you. Have a beautiful week and bye.